Good evening, everyone. If you guys don't know me already, my name is Mike Perez, co-founder of Good and Evil. And the guy holding the camera right now is our other co-founder, Matt Chadwick. Matt, say hi.
Hi.
Hey. So hopefully this is one of many future videos we're going to be doing about Good and Evil. This is going to be our first update. It's going to be a little bit different today because it's more about giving gratitude to the people who helped us so far. Once we, another couple of weeks, we'll be able to talk more and more about the destination of Good and Evil. But right now, right now we're just focusing on trademarks and copyrights and all that early stages. Because bottom line, July 25th, there was no Good and Evil. There was no thought about it. It's always been in my mind for decades, but it wasn't until July 26th. It was a Sunday, and I was just really going over a lot of negativity stuff on social media. It was just, with COVID going on right now, and me and my wife Lisa, we have vision boards in our room, and I took a look at my particular vision board, and it had an old logo of Good and Evil that me and Matt thought of a couple years ago. And again, Good and Evil has been in my mind for decades, but it wasn't until a couple years ago meeting Matt where we really kind of fleshed out an idea about it. But doubt creeps in. How realistic is this? So once we once I eliminated that doubt, then we started putting a really major focus on manifesting this dream that we have. So I have a timeline here of events. So July 26th. So first thing is we have our old logo, and it wasn't going to fly. So my wife is a graphic designer, Lisa Perez, owner of Applebox Creative. She offered to help me spruce up our old logo and make it look a little bit more professional. So bottom line is the logo that you see is from her brains, and it's beautiful, and I can't thank her enough for it. So July 26th, we have a logo, and then we make an announcement July 29th. You know what? This is something we're going to focus on. We're going to start from scratch, but we're going to make this into this epic destination down the road. And then July 30th, we get merchandising from the brand Good and Evil on a website. I get stickers in the mail August 4th of what I ordered. So now I got stickers of the logo that we came up with. So things are just, starting to get more and more motivated around this. And then t-shirts. I got a Good and Evil t-shirt in the mail that I ordered. Again, my brand on here, our brand on here, and just again, more motivation to want to keep going with this idea. We submitted the trademark for Good and Evil on August 8th. We started designing our first character. So all in all, we have 3 characters that we've come up with. The first 2 characters we started on August 9th, and August 12th they were done. Then we went to our third character on August 20th, and we completed that on August 22nd. So again, just the ideas and the motivation is just, it was coming so natural. So we just kept on going. So then we had a professional artist, Dylan Andrews, create the zombie hand that you see right on this t-shirt right here. My Dreams Never Die shirt. So he came up with this beautiful image of the zombie hand, and that I came up with the Dreams Never Die with. And again, we'll get in more into that on future videos. And then my wife designed the font on this. So now we have another shirt. We have 2 shirts in the mix for Good and Evil. So then we put it on the 27th, we put it on our website. And then September 1st, all 25 that we had sold out. And I'm gonna get into the gratitude of the 25 people who bought these shirts. But again, things are rolling. And then we got great advice on, with these 3 characters that we created, we wanted to, obviously want the rights to them. So we got great advice to, why don't you make a mini comic book about these characters and get it out in the open? So one of the major things that me and Matt decided is that anything that we put out there is we want to make it as professional as possible. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So through my love of comics for, since I was a little kid, and networking through the last couple of years with some amazing indie creators, I was able to get Dylan Andrews, Shelby Robertson, Adelso Corona, and Thomas Mason to help us out with this mini comic that we're going to do that's going to talk about the backstory of the 3 characters that me and Matt created. And again, dream come true. So a month into this project that we're doing, now I got professional comic book artists and creators that are going to help me and Matt with a comic book. So again, just more great things are flowing through us. So then September 7th, Dylan Andrews completes the pages of our comic book. And then August 8th, Thomas Mason, we hired Thomas to do the coloring of our cover. It's beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful, and he just completed it today. I wish I could show you guys right now, but a couple more weeks once we get all the artwork in, and then I just cannot wait to show you. So I want to go back to our t-shirts, this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. So we wanted to do a special first 25 dream team members of Good and Evil, because we have really special plans for these 25 people down the road, and we really want to thank them for being first supporters for us. So I'm going to go down a list of all the amazing people who helped support our dream so far. So first person is my sister Angela. She was number 1 on the list of buying one of my t-shirts. So Angela, thank you so much. And the second person is good old Mom. Mom was the second person who bought a t-shirt, and really, when we're talking about gratitude here, that's the main person that I had to give the most gratitude, besides my wife, who was in the other room over there. My mom, whether it's a good thing or not a good thing, but 7-year-old Mike Perez got introduced to The Shining, Halloween, Salem's Lot, and The Exorcist at the age of 7. So from that point on, I've been a horror fan ever since. So that kind of like, I grew more and more into, I don't know how much more you can get into with horror after that, but she was the catalyst of that. So Mom, thank you so much. So Mom. Third person, Eunice Baldwin. Thank you so much, Eunice. Maria and Joe Hedrick. So my cousin Maria is another main influencer as far as my love for Halloween, my love for horror, because Maria's family used to come over every Halloween to good old Livonia, Michigan, and we would celebrate my uncle and her father's birthday on Halloween, and we would all my cousins, we all come over and trick-or-treat in the neighborhood. So it was such a special time and just amazing memories from those experiences. So Maria, thank you so much. Scott Wickman, thank you so much, Scott. To my cousin Tammy Cornett, thank you very much. Brian Hahn, Behan. So Behan, Battle Creek, Michigan. He's got he's working on an album right now, his second album, and he's right now he's working through Hood Metal Records. So look out for that, B. Thank you so much. Jackie Gemby. We'll talk more about Jackie a little bit more down the road in this video. She's one of the artists who's helping us out with the comic book. My buddy John Revels from Buddies since high school. Thank you, bro. Morgan Beelman. Thank you so much. Steve and Emma Ashby, again, thank you for support on this. Miranda Loga, again, always helps us out. Rick Crow, Bill Kenny, Stacy McLean, Mike Nicholson, Brandon and Katie Benfield, Rob Allison, Josh Dunn, Kayla Ballard and her mom, Bobby Godfrey, Tanya Stewart, and the last one, Cindy Chadwick. Those are our first 25 supporters of the Good and Evil Dreams Never Die shirt. So again, thank you so much for believing in us on that. So moving on with the gratitude piece, I want to go over some of the guys that we talked about who are going to be part of this comic book experience. And the first person I want to talk about is Thomas Mason. So all these beautiful pieces of art behind me are from Thomas. So I'm going to have Matt hand this camera over to me. Now, Thomas has been a professional colorist for many years now. And Thomas is definitely known for, one of the main things is he did the 20th anniversary of X-Men 1 cover. He recolored that. And I want to show you some amazing work that he has done. So I'm going to flip this around here. So people who know comics know that X-Men 1 by Jim Lee, Scott Williams, this is the amazing image right here. So what Thomas did is that it stopped right here in the comics, and then what Thomas did was he continued it with the X-Force members. So this is all original art right here that Thomas created to seamlessly connect to the historic and legendary X-Men 1 cover. So as you can see, the detail that is put into this type of art. And this camera does no justice, but just amazing work that Thomas does. Again, he's just a colorist, but you know what? Just a colorist guy is an amazing artist and inker, as you can see in this video here. So the next thing is, this is his color in action right here. So taking that original work, and this is what he was able to produce. So again, it is a true honor to have Thomas work on one of the covers for us for Good and Evil comic. And then right down there, one of the hottest characters for the last couple of years with DC is the Batman Who Laughs. And we got there as an homage to the famous Todd McFarlane cover. So again, and here's the original art that Thomas did for me. This is a blank cover that he did this art on, and then boom, look at that. So Thomas, thank you so much for being a part of this whole project. And again, Thomas is going to be coloring one of the covers for one of for our first comic books here. So the next person I want to talk about is Shelby Robinson. Shelby Robinson is going to be doing a cover for us, and I cannot wait to see what that's going to look like. But here are some examples of Shelby's work. Now, Shelby's worked for, again, decades in the business. He started off at Extreme Studios working for Image Comics with Rob Liefeld back in the 90s. But just as you can see, the beautiful work that Shelby does. And again, true honor for him to be a part of this whole experience. Again, huge fan of Shelby's. He's done a couple commissions for me. Just absolutely gorgeous work that he does. I want to point out some other things that Shelby's working on right now too. So this is one example. This is when back in the day in the 90s where he worked on the art for this entire book for Crypt. Some of you might recognize it. This is his original property, 94. That character on the cover, his name is Rage-tality. That's such an amazing character. He's a bounty hunter that he tries to fix the future by going back to the past, but he seems to make it worse every time he goes back. But Shelby, what he does is he does a lot of covers. He does Kickstarters, and now he's doing Indiegogo to get his work out there. He does sketchbooks every year. He's got a creature collection. So I got pretty much a long box of Shelby Robinson books. But as you can see, here's an example of a sketchbook right here. He's got some new projects that he's working on. If you go to AmericanDiscord.com, Shelby's got a new book. There's a preview book right here for Dimension 7. He's working on, which you'll see on hopefully in Indiegogo soon, is a Dark Shrine book that he's doing. And then also the return of Rage-tality in 94. So he's got a lot of future stuff coming up. And again, true honor that Shelby's going to be helping us out with a cover for Good and Evil. So the next person I want to bring to light is Mr. Dylan Andrews. Now, Dylan Andrews is responsible for one of our covers and also the pages that we're gonna add the writing to. But he's doing the pages of our comic book. So again, here's some amazing examples of what Dylan brings to the table. And again, Dylan, he has actually it's called his Dylan verse, but Warhood is his first character, and he's created successful Kickstarters over the past couple years where he's introduced a character named Cyst, the Oppressors. Versus is one of his other characters. He actually did one of his Kickstarter books. One of the pledges was to go ahead and if you want to get your likeness in his book, he'd make you into a zombie. And I was very fortunate to be in one of his books to be a zombie, and I'll show you guys that at another time. But again, some amazing examples of Dylan's work that we're very honored for him to be a part of. The final person I want to talk about is Adelso Corona. Adelso right now, he's fresh off his work on with Rob Liefeld, working on the Snake Eyes, the reboot with G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. Actually, Shelby and Adelso worked on this #1 selling Deadpool Bad Blood graphic novel that came out a couple years ago. So Shelby and Adelso were responsible for the success of this book, along with Rob Liefeld. But again, just such an honor working with these industry legends right now. Adelso also worked on Bloodshot recently with Brett Booth. He's a regular collaborator with Brett Booth on his work, and Adelso mainly inks, but as you can tell, this is inks, this is colors, This is pencils. This is a truly great example of what Adelso brings to the table here. And he's also done he's got a couple sketch covers that he's done for me, where he's done characters that are requested to put on the back. As you can see, the beautiful detail that Adelso brings to the table. And again, appreciate all of his hard work and the detail that he puts into it. And again, one of my personal favorites is this Darth Nelius here. But Adelso, truly talented artist. So again, it's just simply an honor to be able to, there's Matt. Such an honor. We're so blessed to be able to work with some great people. And I definitely have to give gratitude to Matt's significant other. She's over on the couch looking at her phone right now. That's Emma Gruder's there. Great supporter, supports Matt, puts up with Matt. So thank you, Emma, for that. My gorgeous wife in the other room. Again, her talent, her support, one of the most selfless people that you'll ever meet in your life. Just a huge inspiration on kickstarting this whole campaign for me and Matt. So without her, we wouldn't be at this step right now. So again, we have so much we want to tell you, so much we want to show you, but we're at the infant stages of where we're at, but so much has happened in such a little time. And again, we appreciate all the support we're getting so far, and the future's bright. So I really hope we can do another one of these videos soon, once we get all the artwork back. So again, we have other artists that are part of this project, and these happen to be college students. And one of the major things that me and Matt wanted to do throughout this whole process is that if we have a platform to promote artists, promote creators, we want to give them a platform. So we're going to bring on a couple college students who are going to school for art or for film, and they're going to contribute some fan pages to the comic that we're putting out. The list of those people are University of Michigan students Grace Marengo, we got Miles Honus, who's going to be working with us. And again, I can't wait for you to see their work. Jackie Gemby, she's one of the supporters of buying one of our shirts. Jackie's going to be contributing a fan art piece to us. She's going to Ferris State right now as a digital artist, and she does phenomenal work. My cousin Veronica Moore, she is a little phenom, I'm telling you. When you see her renditions of the characters that we created, you're just not going to believe that the person of this age is putting out this type of work. So Veronica, I can't wait to see what you bring to the table there. My son, Christian Perez, he's contributing too. He's going to The Ohio State University, so had to get that in there. But he's got his piece that he's completed already, so I already know how great it looks. So again, thanks, son. It looks great. So yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting anybody here, but those. So again, we want to bring people along with us. It's all about exposing them, to getting them a platform, and we will pledge to always do that as much as we possibly can throughout our journey to our destination of good and evil. So again, thank you all for your support to this point. And if you watch all this video, then thank you so much, because I know it's a little bit long-winded for our first video. But again, me and Matt want to thank you from the bottom of our heart that believe in us. Dreams never die. We're still motivated as hell, and I can't wait to share more with you. So thank you again. Good night.